Hi guys, welcome to an episode of XtraTalk. Today I will be discussing together with Papimento the upcoming game Getafe on Thursday. Papimento,
What's up, man?
thank you for being here.
Yeah, anytime.
So, we're not really in shape, understatement. You have seen the games.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what are you thinking for the upcoming game?
Getafe game.
Yes.
Well, to answer that, I have to go back.
Okay.
Okay, back after the Europa League first leg and pre-Heracles match. I was seriously thinking Ajax had an off day.
When did you think that?
Against Getafe,
Okay.
away.
Mhm.
It seemed like nothing was going for them, but also sloppy play from them. So I really threw it at, okay, it's going to be an off day for Ajax. Okay, so from Sunday, we're going to continue. And then we get the Heracles game. I haven't seen much change, to be honest. I think it was on the same level, but just a different opponent that is not Getafe. So
what is going wrong, according to you? What is wrong?
I think a lot of things. First of all, are they motivated enough to go for a Europa League if you play Champions League? And
You're questioning their motivation.
well, if you can play like that in the Champions League and you cannot deliver the first match in the Europa League against Getafe, okay, we're having a lot of issues with injuries.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Ajax system is still the Ajax system. And if even 5-meter passes are not working, you have to question what's going on with the team, because even the youth knows how to pass.
Yeah.
We always applaud the technical capabilities of every youth player at Ajax.
Yeah.
So if even passes are not working, then you know something is wrong.
Let me bring something to the table.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that Don't Front and Ajax both already mentioned in the previous videos.
Mm-hmm.
They're also partly blaming the fact that because of the injuries of the key players, which are used to playing at a certain level,
Mm-hmm.
these are not available anymore. So you go to the youth players or other second-tier players. What happens now is because of 2 or 3 injuries or changes in the team,
Mm-hmm.
the flow, the fluidity of the team is no longer there. Do you agree with this?
I think that's too easy to say, because I think a coach is responsible to prepare the team as good as possible before they start a match. Okay, so even though your key players are not there, it's still football. You have been doing that for almost your entire life. And if you look at especially the game we saw against Heracles, how many chances they had to shoot from second line, and they still want to go inside the box with so many players in the box and try to finish from easier position. Shoot the ball.
Okay.
Get more chances. Against Getafe, 1 chance. And that was Huntelaar, and that was not even on target.
That's true.
So we're not creating chances. You cannot blame it on the youth because they didn't get enough chances in the first half either way. So
In the first half?
in the first half of the season,
Yeah.
it was mostly the same team over and over getting played. And now,
which we mentioned a couple of times as well.
which we mentioned. But also, are you telling me Ziyech is the only one that can give a long ball?
It seems like the whole system, you can argue that the whole system is built upon the technical ability of Ziyech.
But there is a big difference between, for instance, Tadic and the Tadic last year.
Okay.
And Tadic against Heracles was almost every ball from the side was against the player.
Yeah, but also in that case, Tadic is now forced. I'm not defending him, right? I agree with you what you're saying. I don't think he's at the level of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close. But Tadic now is forced to play on the right side, which for me is his worst position. It's not even his position.
But isn't it easy to say, even though if it's his worst position or not, it's just holding the ball, bring the ball to another player. Even that seems impossible for him now. So I'm questioning his form at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And also questioning Ten Hag for not taking him out. Because maybe it's a rest issue or he's too tired. He is at 30, I think, now. So why is he playing all those matches? Is that contractual? Is that already written that he has to play all the matches, or is the coach also responsible for bringing the best out of a player, and if he's not performing, getting him out?
I do agree with you. However, now in this current period that we're facing, we have injuries. So if you're taking him out, who are you going to bring in for him? Yeah. That's the problem. We don't have anyone up front anymore.
Always has the problem, and that's where we were lucky last year with our team. Ajax always has the problem that when second-tier players come in, it's not the same level as the first team.
Which makes sense.
Which makes sense because they cannot afford only big player names. But they didn't have that problem last year.
No, but the thing with last year
everybody stayed fit.
Exactly. So last year, Ten Hag was doing the same. Ten Hag was playing only with the same starting 11, maybe bringing a 12 or 13 player, but in general, the whole season, the squad stayed fit. You know, it was a fit squad. He had to make maybe one change or maybe two changes, but not more than that. But now this season, we're having a lot of injuries.
Exactly.
And it's really impacting the performance of the team. And even more, because in the first half of the season, like you said, which was also mentioned a couple of times in this We Talk videos, because of the fact that you're only using the same players over and over and over again,
the other ones are not getting experience.
Exactly.
They're not playing up to standard.
Exactly.
But even that goes further for me. So you're telling me even if that Tadic is playing bad or even the Ziyech is playing bad, the coach won't take any actions against it?
It seems like it.
So where does your competitive edge come from? Okay. I'm wondering. So when you asked me about coming game against Getafe, seriously, before the Heracles game, I was like, off day at the arena, it's going to be a different game. I think if Ajax gets the first goal in an early stadium, it could still happen for Ajax. But when I saw them play against Heracles, I didn't see one good pass, and I was getting scared. I was like, this is the second game. Is Ajax having a form issue?
Well, we do have a form issue because this is the third league game that we had playing away and that we lost. It started with AZ, then Groningen, Heracles. And to make it even worse, I think there are more problems, but please give me your opinion about this.
Yeah.
I think lately, the last few games, we're not being solid at the back. There's always one or two players that make mistakes, whether it's Schuurs or the Heracles Blind, you know. That's one. Second of all, the other problem which I see, and that's been a key permanent issue from Ajax still from the summer. We know that we were missing two midfield players because we're mentioning Frankie and De Ligt. Don't forget that Schöne also was playing for Ajax last year.
Yeah.
So the problem that I see this season consistently is the balance on the midfield position. We have been changing so many players there. Even with Heracles, now he started with Gravenberch. Before that, we started with somebody else. And then before that was Eiting. And then Martinez was the defender because Blind could not play. And now Martinez has to play on the midfield. All these changes.
It's clear for the players as well when they're coming in, on what position they're coming in.
So to a certain extent, can you really blame the team that it's not being fluid or not being automatically flowing with each other? No. Because there has been so many changes brought. Partly because of the injuries, but partly because also I think Ten Hag is shifting too much.
But wait, there is a difference between a Europa League game against Getafe and a Sunday game
against
Heracles.
Yeah.
I don't mind that you make a mistake and you get a goal against. My problem is that Thursday you didn't create a chance. And today you didn't even score.
You mean against Heracles, we didn't really score?
We didn't Getafe, we didn't get a chance till the 80th minute, and now we don't even score.
No, but we did get a few chances. But the chances that we got, most of them were not open play chances. These were corner kicks or stuff like that, you know? And that's worrying. That's true.
It is worrying. And if they play like this against Getafe, you can just say they're not going to go through. So it's going to stay only Dutch Cup and the Europa League.
What do you think it will be? This,
sorry, not Europa League, but the league.
Yeah, the league game and the Dutch Cup. So, quickly, I want your starting 11 for this Getafe game. I want you also to predict what you think is going to happen.
So the same back four as against Heracles, but I would put, instead of Tagliafico, because he got the yellow card,
he's suspended.
I would put Martinez there.
On the left.
I would start with Eiting on the midfield.
With?
It depends though.
With Donny.
Yeah, definitely with Donny, but it depends also if Ziyech is playing because I don't know. He was not
Let's say
match fit
Ziyech,
against Heracles.
I think he will.
But
he
let's
will
say
force him
Ziyech
into it.
plays.
Yeah.
I would play Eiting, Donny, Ziyech.
Number
I
10?
think Tadic on 10, Ziyech on the side.
On the right side.
On the right side. Traore in the
Center position.
center position.
Mm-hmm. And the left side, Babel.
We have to. There's no other option. I hope Promes and Neres are not going to come back so fast. So,
All right.
yeah, it has to be Babel.
What do you think? What do you think Ten Hag should tell the team upcoming Thursday? How should the team actually? How should the team target this game? How should they start?
They have nothing to lose anymore. So go all out, show what you can, and show us the best you can.
So you want them to take risk from the beginning of the game already? Because don't forget, if we concede the goal, it's over.
Look, my only problem with Ajax always is they're great players, okay? But when it comes to giving a little bit of that poison, a little bit of that push, a little bit of that fight, going for every ball, like Tagliafico or Martinez have, that poison. If everybody would have that in Ajax and they show that against Getafe, and we have a referee that knows how to normally whistle and not whistle for every falling Getafe guy,
players,
then we have a chance. But the goal has to be early.
In the first half.
In the first half, at least.
Okay.
The first goal. And then you have a chance. If it stays 0-0 for a long time, then no, I don't think Ajax has a chance to make it.
I still want a prediction.
So before Heracles, I would have said... Yeah, I would have said 3-0 Ajax.
And now?
Now, I think Ajax should praise themselves lucky as if it's a draw. So
we're not going to the next round. That's basically what you're saying.
Before Heracles, I had that optimism, but no, after Heracles, I don't.
Okay.
So it's up to Ten Hag and the players to show me otherwise. And my respect will be very high for Ajax if they are able to do it, because we are talking about number 3 in Spanish league. Even though we don't like their Atletico Madrid kind of style of playing, they're getting it done.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
I don't know how many of these matches
you can still keep watching.
I can keep watching.
Yeah.
So I hope they find out what's going wrong. I hope the injured players will come back soon.
Yeah.
And I also hope that Ten Hag might have learned something from this, because I don't see him evolving as a coach the way
in that area. Man management, basically.
Yeah, man management, but also youth, and bringing the youth in and making them understand what you expect from them on the pitch, because sometimes they do feel lost.
Yeah, that's the impression that you have.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks again.
Anytime, man.
All right. Let's hope for the best this Thursday.
Against Getafe.
Yeah, thank you. Man. You too.
Thanks.
Guys, thank you for watching. Please drop a comment. Let us know what you think of the upcoming game against Getafe. It's going to be a tough game, but we still want to know what you think. Drop it in the comments below. We'll see you next time.